What if I told you that you are living in a parallel dimension and the company that created the World Wide Web is to blame? They opened a black hole that swallowed the Earth on July 5th, 2022, and they're trying to do the same thing again. Hear me out. It all has to do with quantum black holes created by CERN's particle accelerator that is so big it goes through multiple countries, and the discovery of the Higgs boson called the God particle. Ever since, the Mandela effect has become a daily experience for many people across the world, even going so far as witnessing a thunderstorm just for the ground to be bone dry the morning after, and claims that CERN opened a portal to hell through which interdimensional beings are traveling. These eyewitness stories dive deep into the possibility of parallel Earths existing where dinosaurs were never extinct, humans starting a nuclear war, and 9/11 never happened. So, the main theory is that when that particle accelerator supposedly created a small black hole, we were split from our reality and entered a new timeline. That is the mainstream theory, but many different ones can be found just as their counter-arguments. It's debatable if we can create black holes or not. To understand the full spectrum of the problem, you have to know what black holes are really. Black holes, like cosmic vacuum cleaners, possess powerful gravity that traps even light. They originate from collapsing giant stars or collapsing gas, varying in size. While they slowly shrink due to Hawking radiation, their lifetimes are immensely long. Wormholes, unlike black holes, remain theoretical. A black hole comprises an event horizon, a singularity core, and an outer region with indirect detection methods used. These enigmatic objects come in different types and sizes, with exciting discoveries like gravitational waves from their collisions. Falling into a black hole would reveal a fiery wall due to quantum effects. Some speculate tiny black holes formed after the Big Bang. The mystery and fascination surrounding black holes persist as we continue to learn about them, despite the small chance of creating one on Earth. But why is this so important to us, and what can it lead to? Well, the front runner for black holes is CERN. I don't want to bother you with the boring details, but this is what CERN is. CERN, which stands for the European Organization for Nuclear Research, is like a giant science lab where really smart scientists study the tiniest building blocks of the universe. They have these amazing machines that make super tiny particles crash into each other really fast. By doing this, they learn how these particles work and discover the rules of how everything in the universe behaves. CERN started in 1954 and is now all about understanding the smallest things in the universe. It's like a super cool clubhouse for scientists from 22 countries to work together. Back when the Large Hadron Collider was in its planning stages, some scientists were concerned it might create a black hole and destroy Earth. This worry prompted Francesco Collodaro, a Nobel Peace Prize winner, to write an essay in 2000 titled "Michael Tree Experiment: Destroy Planet Earth," sparking years of debate. The essay gained so much attention that it even featured on John Oliver's 2009 segment on The Daily Show. During the show, a science teacher claimed there was a 50-50 chance of the experiment creating a dangerous black hole. However, Oliver later interviewed scientists from CERN who refuted these claims, assuring the public that the Large Hadron Collider was not a doomsday machine, but a tool for deep scientific research. Black holes are super strong. If one was created on Earth, it would gobble us up in a split second. So if there was a black hole, I'm pretty sure we would notice it. There are no ifs or probabilities. It would suck everything and everyone in faster than the Fat Boy disintegrated Hiroshima and faster than a meteor killing all the dinosaurs. The Large Hadron Collider, LHC, is an enormous and complex machine that's like a supercharged racetrack for really, really small particles. It's nestled underground, spanning the border between Switzerland and France. As we said earlier, the LHC's main job is to make these eensy-weensy particles go incredibly fast and then smash into each other. When these collisions occur, they create a kind of miniature fireworks of energy. This helps scientists unravel the mysteries of the universe, such as how matter is put together and why things have mass. The LHC is of immense importance because it's our modern-day telescope into the subatomic world. Just as a telescope helps astronomers explore distant galaxies, the LHC is like a giant microscope for probing the secrets of the very small. It's not about looking at stars, but about revealing the fundamental particles that make up everything we see around us. One of its most famous achievements was confirming the existence of the Higgs boson in 2012. A particle associated with the Higgs field gives other particles their mass. This was a groundbreaking discovery that helped us understand the very essence of matter. The LHC is like a superpower for scientists, enabling them to explore and unlock the deepest secrets of the universe. In the vast realm of social media, where ideas and theories spread like wildfire, one intriguing concept has captured the imagination of over 10,000 online enthusiasts in just 10 days. A bold claim that the so-called God particle experiment, conducted at the Large Hadron Collider, LHC, in 2012, generated a cataclysmic black hole that devoured our planet in an unnoticed flash, has ignited a frenzy of excitement. Supposedly, it's the Mayan prophecy that the world would end around 2012. Another reason people tend to believe this is because time flies by much faster than it used to. On top of that, many online, because the rabbit hole of the LHC is so deep, people get entangled in their thoughts and start making things up, claiming to have memories of events that never happened. A psychological concept to consider is priming. Priming pertains to the cognitive factors leading up to an event that significantly impacts our perception of that event. Also known as suggestibility and presupposition, priming involves the nuanced distinction between asking how short a person is as opposed to how tall a person is. For example, phrasing a question as, "Did you see the black car?" rather than "a black car" subtly influences responses and memory. These cognitive phenomena, among others, contribute to the formation of false memories, resulting in a perceptual experience that is not entirely dissimilar from an alternate reality. Furthermore, this concept is intricately connected to our perception of the passage of time. Some attribute the sensation of time accelerating to our cumulative life experiences. A 5-year-old perceives a single year as relatively lengthy because it constitutes a significant 20% of their life. Alternatively, others point to neurobiological changes occurring with age, such as a decrease in the number of mental images processed, the repetition of tasks without noticeable differentiation, and subsequent acceleration of the perception of time. During youth, each second of real time appears densely populated with a multitude of mental images. Analogous to a slow-motion camera capturing thousands of frames per second, time seems to move at a more languid pace. This is further compounded by the inherently eventful nature of youth, which facilitates the formation of vivid memories. This phenomenon can be loosely correlated with Einstein's theory of relativity, where holding a 1-minute plank position can feel like an hour, while engaging in an hour of playtime may seemingly pass in a mere 10 minutes. Before we embrace the cosmic conspiracies, let's examine the facts. Contrary to this hypothesis, the responsible scientists at CERN, the organization operating the LHC, have never made a sensational declaration of creating a black hole. While the LHC theoretically possesses the capability to create minuscule black holes during its experiments, these ephemeral entities are highly unlikely to pose any threat to Earth. The notion that CERN's efforts could unleash a world-annihilating black hole defies scientific reason. with some experts emphasizing that an accelerator the size of the entire universe would be necessary for such an endeavor. The LHC's modest 27-kilometer circumference falls far short of this colossal requirement. In reality, black holes emerge from the gravitational collapse of massive stars, necessitating an immense energy source to recreate them artificially. Past speculations about the LHC generating such entities have been debunked, as any potential black holes would either dissipate rapidly or hurtle into space. As for the Mayan prophecy, there is no credible evidence to validate its prophetic powers. Thus, it seems responsible to dismiss this audacious claim. However, recent developments at CERN have reignited concerns. In July 2023, CERN restarted its colossal Large Hadron Collider for the third time, sparking a wave of speculation about the inadvertent creation of black holes. CERN's own website addressed these concerns, stirring a mixture of anticipation and apprehension. The pressing question remains: could CERN's experiments genuinely pose a risk to our planet? While CERN maintains that the risk is negligible, there are lingering doubts, especially considering past incidents and the potential for accidents. The debate rages on as CERN's quest for scientific knowledge continues, leaving us to navigate the intriguing intersection of science and speculation. The recent installments have sparked more controversy about the theories from way back in 2012. Many claim that they're trying to create another black hole. According to a USA Today article, research leads us to conclude that the claim that the Large Hadron Collider created a black hole in 2012 that ended reality is false. This situation is reminiscent of the skepticism surrounding the moon landing, where some people believed it was fake, even going as far as speculating that the movie The Shining contained clues supporting this notion. Similarly, today, we see people making assumptions to validate their beliefs. Now that we've debunked some of the basic ones, let's dive deeper and say we are living in another reality. Picture a world where the impossible becomes possible, where our universe is just one piece of a grand cosmic puzzle. This idea has captured the imaginations of many, and some daring physicists are now suggesting that the answer might lie right beneath our feet, at, yet again, the Large Hadron Collider, the biggest particle-smashing machine on Earth. You see, there's this notion that there might be other universes out there, existing alongside our own. It's a tantalizing idea, but one that seems nearly impossible to prove. That's where the LHC comes into the picture. A group of physicists believe that this colossal machine might hold the key to unraveling the mystery of parallel universes. Their groundbreaking ideas are laid out in a recent paper published in Physics Letters B. So, how do they plan to find these parallel universes? Well, it all starts with something called miniature black holes. If these tiny cosmic sinkholes can be detected at a specific energy level, it could mean that extra dimensions exist beyond what we currently understand. If an experiment at the LHC were to result in the creation of a black hole, it would be incredibly tiny, on the quantum scale. Its mass would be about 40 million times smaller than that of an E. coli bacterium. However, there's no need to worry about it escaping from the accelerator and wreaking havoc on Earth. Even if it managed to get out, its gravitational pull would be so weak that it wouldn't attract any matter. The black hole would gradually lose its energy through Hawking radiation long before it could grow to a substantial size, effectively vanishing from existence. Even with the development of a more powerful facility like the Future Circular Collider at CERN, we'd still be safe. To pose any threat, a lab-generated black hole would need to have a mass of at least 0.00002 grams, or 0.0000007 ounces, which is around 50 times lighter than an ant. It would take an unfathomable 9 octillion years for this black hole to reach the mass of 1 kilogram, or 2.2 pounds, and another inconceivable decillion years to engulf the Earth. This entire process would extend far beyond the age of the universe itself. But before we get too deep into this, let's clarify what we mean by parallel universes. We're not talking about the kind you see in science fiction where every possibility is real. No, that's more philosophy than science. Instead, we're referring to real universes in extra dimensions. Think of it like gravity flowing out of our universe into these extra dimensions. If we find those miniature black holes at the LHC, it could be a game changer, not only proving the existence of extra dimensions, but also supporting ideas like string theory and gravity's rainbow, maybe even opening doors to time travel possibilities. In the early 2000s, when the collider faced delays, there was a curious theory. Some believed a time traveler from the future was intervening to prevent a disaster. This mysterious time traveler attempted various methods, even involving a time-traveling bird with a baguette. However, in 2012, despite these odd events, the collider was eventually turned on. Back to what I was saying, this idea isn't entirely new. The LHC has been hunting for miniature black holes already, but so far it's come up empty-handed. This lack of findings seems to align with the belief that our universe has only 4 dimensions. The energy needed to create black holes in a 4-dimensional universe is much higher than what the LHC can generate. However, if extra dimensions are indeed real, they could lower the energy threshold required to create black holes, making it accessible to the LHC. The catch is that the current model of gravity used to predict this energy level doesn't account for quantum effects. You see, according to Einstein's theory of general relativity, gravity is like the warp and weft of space-time. But things get wonky at the Planck scale. Here's where gravity's rainbow enters the stage. It's a new theory that considers the modifications of space-time's geometry near the Planck scale, where these miniature black holes are predicted to exist. When these scientists used gravity's rainbow to recalculate the energy needed, they found it to be slightly higher than previously thought. Now, if the LHC does indeed spot these miniature black holes, it could support a lot of theories, from parallel universes to extra dimensions, string theory, and even a theory of quantum gravity. Most importantly, it might help solve the famous information paradox in black holes. You see, in the gravity's rainbow model, these miniature black holes have a minimum size, preventing them from collapsing indefinitely. But what if the LHC doesn't find any black holes at these predicted energy levels? Well, it opens up a world of possibilities. It could mean that extra dimensions don't exist, or that they might be smaller than we thought. Another option is that the parameters of gravity's rainbow need some fine-tuning. In the world of theoretical physics, there's never just one answer, and the same holds true for this cosmic puzzle. Not everyone is sold on gravity's rainbow theory, as it relies heavily on a particular proposal and equation. But the idea remains exciting and thought-provoking, offering a glimpse into the possibilities of our universe. Now, stepping back from the world of physics, let's dive into a mind-bending concept: parallel universes. This idea isn't new and has been around for quite some time. Back in 1954, a bright young scholar named Hugh Everett III proposed a mind-boggling theory. There are parallel universes, and they are all connected to ours. Imagine it as a cosmic family tree where universes branch off from one another. In these parallel universes, our history might have played out differently. Wars could have had alternative outcomes, and species that went extinct in our world might have thrived and evolved elsewhere. Some even suggest that there are infinite universes with infinite possibilities. Numerous emerging theories vary in their credibility, with some sounding quite absurd, while others carry genuine scientific weight. Max Laughlin, a 17-year-old quantum physicist regarded as the smartest individual on the planet, posits a remarkable idea. He suggests that CERN's experiment might have inadvertently disrupted the universe. Laughlin believes that the force generated during CERN's experiments shifted particles across dimensions, creating an infinite loop that transported us to an alternate timeline. His rationale for this is the discovery of 3 new subatomic particles in the debris. Other scientists propose an alternative theory, suggesting that CERN might have accidentally opened a portal to another universe. This could have allowed entities or substances from different dimensions to cross into our reality. Some even consider the possibility of these entities being demons, linking CERN's actions with a portal to hell, akin to the imagery in the Book of Revelations 9:2, which speaks of a bottomless pit where angels who have sinned are cast. Around the time the LHC gained some attention, an interesting video was captured in front of the CERN building. Some sort of ritual was being performed at a statue of Shiva, who is an Indian deity. This video gained traction and people went nuts. But not for long though. Soon enough, people tracked down the ones who made the video and proved it was just a prank done by some teenagers. Although the video's comment section was pretty interesting. It's very common to hear these days that time flies by quicker than ever, as we mentioned earlier. Many people were making claims of experiencing glitches in real life and made parallels with religious prophecies. Conspiracy theorists have put forward various pieces of evidence to support their claims. They point to the devil's number 666 appearing in CERN's logo and attach significance to the collider's circumference. Some even draw parallels between the Large Hadron Collider and sci-fi stargates, while speculating about the use of alien technology in CERN's machinery. Additionally, there's the notable 2-meter-tall statue of the Hindu deity Lord Shiva, the Destroyer, at CERN, which some argue symbolizes a sinister agenda to reshape Earth. It's essential to note that this statue was a gift from the Indian government, but suspicions intensified after a prank video involving the statue and a fake human sacrifice was posted by a CERN worker. CERN, however, has repeatedly assured the public that the LHC won't open portals to hell or summon powerful deities. Going back to Max, he made other claims when he was 13 years old too. Max Laughlin asserts that these intriguing theories are indeed unfolding before our very eyes, even if we remain blissfully unaware. With his extraordinary grasp of scientific concepts and a unique talent for simplifying complex ideas, Max can make even the most challenging information accessible to everyone. Max's theories are truly mind-bending. One of his astounding theories posits that the renowned CERN Hadron Collider, nestled in Europe, may have accomplished the inconceivable: the destruction of our universe and the thrusting of us into an alternate reality. This theory could offer an intriguing explanation for the enigmatic Mandela effect. But what exactly is the Mandela effect? It's a genuine phenomenon wherein large groups of people remember crucial events incorrectly or have fabricated memories of events that never transpired. This term was coined by the paranormal researcher Fiona Broome, who realized that during a 2010 conference, many participants erroneously recalled that Nelson Mandela had perished in prison during the 1980s. In truth, Mandela was released in 1990 and very much alive when the conference took place. This is where the name Mandela effect comes from, obviously, if you didn't know by now. For those inclined toward quantum theories, the Mandela effect suggests the existence of a real multiverse. This concept stems from the idea that within each universe, there are parallel realities and varying versions of events that intersect with our timeline. In the realm of psychology, this phenomenon is at times associated with déjà vu and may be explained by individuals inadvertently fabricating false memories or experiencing confusion. The Mandela effect is a fascinating phenomenon in which a significant number of people remember events, details, or facts differently from their actual historical or documented reality. Named after the collective false memory that Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 1980s, here are some intriguing examples if you've never experienced it. Berenstain Bears versus Berenstein Bears. Many remember the popular children's book series as Berenstain Bears, but it is actually spelled Berenstain Bears. Monopoly Man's missing monocle. Despite the iconic board game character's portrayal without a monocle, many people vividly recall him wearing one, which he never did. Curious George's tail. While countless fans of the mischievous monkey remember him having a tail, the character Curious George is tailless. The Fruit of the Loom logo. People often recall the clothing brand's logo featuring a cornucopia with fruit, even though it has never had such an element. Mirror, mirror on the wall. The famous line from Disney's Snow White is widely remembered as "Mirror, mirror on the wall," but the actual line is "Magic mirror on the wall." The Mandela effect continues to spark debates and discussions about the nature of memory and collective misconceptions, highlighting how our perceptions of reality can sometimes be quite different from the objective truth. Theories go even deeper. Some say when we go to sleep, we switch to another parallel universe that is just slightly different. And every night when you go to sleep, you are getting ready to switch timelines. Maybe that's why sometimes you are shocked that such and such person could say something so offensive all of a sudden, change an opinion, break up with you, etc. But now, let's fast forward to a mind-blowing event that happened on July 7th, 2022. A mysterious crack appeared in the Earth's magnetic field, and it wasn't a fleeting moment. It remained open for a whopping 14 hours. During this time, the crack in Earth's magnetic field allowed solar winds to flow through, resulting in powerful geomagnetic storms and an awe-inspiring spectacle. Could this be a clue or evidence of parallel universes? For those who believe that reality as we knew it ended in 2012, there's another group that believes reality ended in the 2022 experiment, since many weird stories have been popping up online, like this one. In July 2022, they embarked on their most significant experiment to date. Officially, their experiment aimed to gain a deeper understanding of the Higgs boson and the interactions between particles. However, rumors circulated that their true objective was to open a portal to an alternate universe. On the day of the experiment, CERN's control room was inundated with reports from scientists worldwide, indicating that something had gone awry. It was reported that when the experiment concluded, an unexplained and peculiar energy had been released, now referred to as the portal incident. During the experiment, which lasted for over 14 hours, the Earth's vital geomagnetic field, shielding us from the sun's radiation, was weakened. This allowed the solar wind to breach a significant gap torn open by CERN's experiment, leading to a massive fluctuation in the global electrical grid. The worldwide LHC computing grid, which provides data storage for more than 500,000 CPUs across 200 computer centers globally, was also impacted. This case is still pretty fresh, so not many explanations are out there. I guess you're just gonna have to subscribe and hit that notification bell, so when we find the answer, you're gonna know first. All in all, we should stay careful about what CERN is doing over there in their little underground tunnels. You never know. Do you trust your government? Did you ever trust them? Why is there so much distrust in world leaders and organizations in the last few years? Is there truly something dark and satanic going on behind the curtains? To find out, watch our previous videos.